Aren't teachers supposed to be role models? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most shocking reasons teachers got fired. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll discover that some teachers clearly chose the wrong career path, and we'll be ranking them accordingly. Not every case has to lead to a teacher being fired, as resignations will be accepted as well. Verbal and physical abuse and general unprofessionalism from daycare all the way through college will be on display here. Prepare to be shocked. Number 10. Sexual Snapchat. A young 28-year-old gym teacher got fired for posting a nude picture of herself on Snapchat. As if that wasn't enough, she also added a naughty message. Dion Younce was completely out of her mind when she sent this photo to several students, including members of the school football team. She even called some of them afterwards to make sure they received the photos of her naked body. Many students admitted that this wasn't the first time Younce sent them such revealing messages. Ethics, people, ethics!
Holy shit. Alright, let's do this.
Number 9. Twerking. A young 24-year-old teacher got fired for having a little too much fun during her vacation. In Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, she took part in a twerking contest, but unfortunately for her, someone filmed the whole thing and posted it on Facebook. One of the students' parents came across it and really did not appreciate seeing their child's teacher shaking her booty with far too much passion. Upon her return, she preferred quitting rather than being the laughingstock of the town. The poor teacher then received a lot of support on social media. The fact that she likes dancing in her spare time doesn't make her a bad teacher.
I'm having a wonderful time.
Number 8. A trip to Wal-Mart Gone Bad. In the little town of Catoosa in Oklahoma, an adventurous teacher wanted to make her students happy by taking them on a trip to Walmart. The problem is that she decided to fit no less than 11 students in her little Honda. There were 2 in the front seat, 7 in the back seat, and 2 in the trunk. Completely outraged, the parents made a complaint to the school, causing this teacher of 10 years to get the boot. Her intentions were good, but her actions were very irresponsible. 2 in the trunk? Really? Number 7. Couples counseling. This time, it's not the parents who requested the firing, it's the students themselves. In a school in the Bronx, a 45-year-old substitute teacher had nothing better to do than to ask 10-year-olds for advice on her love life. She explained that it was only a game, using hypothetical scenarios. Since she was alone with 5 students while the others were on a school trip, she had nothing else to do. Oh, and she was also accused of asking them to toilet paper a house and touch the thighs of 2 of the students. She denies those accusations, but was nonetheless kicked out. Number 6. A Pornstar Teacher. Benedict Garrett lives a double life. He teaches elementary school by day and removes his clothes at night to become a stripper and a porn star.
Best type of exercise, isn't it, Johnny?
Sure is.
He got discovered when one of his students recognized him in a porn ad. The school board deemed his behavior unacceptable, but he was not fired. However, Johnny Anglais, as he goes by at night, completely disgusted by the school board's closed-minded attitude, decided to end his career as a teacher. According to him, being a porn star does not make him a bad teacher.
Giving is good as long as you're getting what's driving you is ambition and bet.
Number 5. A very cruel teacher.
4-year-old David Bissett now facing 1 count of causing mental harm to a child and 1 count of child abuse. Both are felonies.
David Bissett, an American teacher, exhibited unacceptable behavior toward an autistic student. Bissett dragged the 13-year-old by the feet through the hallways before spraying him with water. Completely traumatized, the student removed his clothes and started running around naked in the school. We don't know why the teacher acted in this matter, but whatever the reason, this is totally unacceptable. Shortly after, Bissett was fired. But one thing's for sure, this boy won't trust teachers, let alone any authority figures, for a long, long time. Number 4. A Breaking Bad teacher.
You want to cook crystal meth?
That's right.
In Canada, a teacher had nothing better to do than to teach his students how to make methamphetamines. Apparently, it was during a play rehearsal that the teacher gave very precise instructions on how to make the drugs, to help the students better understand the play. One mom was worried when she discovered that her 13-year-old son came home with a sheet detailing the steps on how to make meth. She immediately filed a complaint. An investigation was opened, but apparently, he wasn't fired. Come on, man, even Heisenberg didn't teach his students how to cook it up. Number 3. Direct racism.
Middle school teacher has been fired after a video of her using the N-word to students spread across social media.
Here's a great example that shows how racism is far from being resolved. In a Baltimore college, a white teacher insulted a class that was mostly made up of African American students.
You're idiots!
One of the students totally got on her nerves, and she completely lost her marbles, or at least all of her professionalism. She began calling the students uneducated idiots and told them they would end up shooting each other. The video was filmed by one of the students and shared on Facebook. A few days later, the teacher was fired. It's pretty sad to see how people who are supposed to be role models to these young students behave in such hateful ways.
Get up! Leave! Get up!
Number 2, forcing a child to eat crayons.
Not bad.
An arts teacher was accused of forcing an autistic child to eat silly putty and crayons dipped in a spicy sauce. The worst part is that the school spent $56,000 in lawyer fees to ensure that the teacher continued to teach at the school, and the judge deemed her innocent of any wrongdoing. It's now up to the school board to decide if the woman is fit to continue teaching or not. The parents, however, are putting pressure to ensure she didn't go back. The teacher denies the accusations and says she specifically dipped the crayons in the sauce to make sure he wouldn't eat them.
Maybe she shouldn't work with children. Maybe she should find another career.
Number 1, a teacher kicks a child. This story happened in the city of Luan in a daycare in China. An educator was showing dance moves to 4-year-old girls for the Christmas show, but this teacher didn't like the fact that 2 of the girls couldn't memorize the choreography. She therefore grabbed them by their ponytails and gave them several kicks and slaps. The worst part of it is that another educator was present and didn't do anything about it. The parents sued the establishment and the educator was kicked out, with good reason.
Pack your things. Get out of my building.
I was just
You're fired!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.